Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Talk podcast. So, today I need to admit that I am literally shocked. I have heard a lot, I have seen a lot when it comes to, everything that has to do with dating and how women think, how men think, and the different dynamics. And I always used to think, well, most of the videos, how women love to complain and, just put those narratives out there. I have seen and heard most of them. They are more or less all the same. It cannot get worse. But yes, today I have to admit to myself that I was wrong. It does gets worse. This video that I'm going to share with you is incredible. It is shouting mental health issues. To me, this is next level crazy. And it might sound funny the way I'm talking about it right now, but if you listen to it and you think about it, this is actually quite sad. This is what modern women have become. The psychological issues that they are not willing to address and seek help, but instead going to the internet and keep lying to themselves. Guys, let me show you the video.
I've never been in a relationship before, and the thing that just keeps me going is that I know deep down in my heart that no relationship with a man could ever be that great. Like, there's no way. I refuse to believe it. Because when you think about it, very few men have emotional intelligence. I'm sure there's at least one who does. I've never met them, but maybe there's at least one. I see all these women in seemingly happy relationships, but when I think about it, I'm like, since when are men thoughtful? Since when are they considerate? Since when do they acknowledge their privilege and position as a man in society and that affects the way that they see and treat the women in their lives? Since when do men do that? So, what do men actually have to offer to women besides calling them beautiful and having sex? And that helps me sleep at night. The fact that I know that nobody's relationship with a man is actually that great. There are women who are probably gonna have to remind their boyfriends that it's Valentine's Day. How sad is that? And beg to be gifted flowers. How sad is that? At least you have a boyfriend, right?
So, this is mind-blowing. To listen to what this woman is saying is literally mind-blowing. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say to this. She starts off saying that she has never been in a relationship before, and she refuses to believe that other people are in actual real happy, joyful, committed relationships. She's telling herself that it is not possible, that all the women that she is seeing that are in seemingly happy relationships are faking it. It can't be true. So because she has never had a relationship, because she doesn't know how to get a relationship, maybe she doesn't want one. And if she really doesn't want one, the question would be, why do you even care? But it seems like she does want one, but she has been so bitter and miserable that this is the only way to cope with it, to keep telling yourself that nobody is actually in a fulfilling relationship and all these other women, they're just lying to themselves because men don't bring any value but to tell a woman that they are beautiful or to have sexual encounter with a woman, and also to gift presents on birthdays or Valentine's days. That's the only thing she believes is why people are in a relationship. And that is really sickening. My whole body listening to this woman just kind of froze, because where did you get this belief from? Instead of thinking about what is it that I could do, or what is it that I'm actually not doing, why I find myself in the situation of being almost 30 or older and never been in a relationship. But no, women don't like to be held accountable. She's never ever going to do that. Instead, she's going to twist everything around and start shaming men. And by shaming those men, she's dragging along all the other women, because it has to be that these women are stupid by choosing to be in a relationship with men who can bring anything to the table. This is how her mindset works. And she needs to do this. She needs to tell herself all these things, that men are not valuable, all the relationships are bad. How can you ever be with a man and then you're in a happy situation? Men are just there to tell you you're beautiful, and there's nothing else. She's gonna keep telling herself that because she said it herself. That's the only thing that helps her move on in life. That's the only way she finds peace. That's the only way she can rest at night and go to bed. Because otherwise, she might have to admit to herself that she's missing out. She did something wrong on the long way, and she is lonely. She's bitter. She's miserable. She might have to admit that, but she would never ever want to admit that. So she starts twisting her mind to believe otherwise. So to kind of make all the negativity in her mind make sense to her, she would say things like, men are not emotionally intelligent. And that is a word that women made up, really. Like, what does that even actually mean, right? Do you think men are stones and they don't feel or they don't care about someone's emotion? And also to make what her mind is telling her, which is actually completely nonsensical, but to make it make sense, she's going to draw in the patriarchy and this stupid idea of how all men are evil and how they're taking their advantage and their position to mistreat women and all that nonsense. Like, if you have been choosing to have relations or deal with the bad guys or the wrong men, that is a you issue. But then to twist the whole picture and say, oh, so I am single. I've never been loved. I've never been in a relationship. I don't even know how to give love to someone else. I don't know how to care for someone else. I don't know how it is and how it feels to be with someone, to share life with someone. I am not attracted to these men, or they are even better. They are not attracted to me because no one is obviously picking you. No one wants to be with you. No one is trying to vet you. No one is trying to be in a relationship with you. And that has a lot to do with who you are. It has to do with a lot with your character and how you carry yourself and the things that you say, possibly the things you're saying towards men that is a big turnoff to them. But however the case may be, instead of saying, look, I am in this situation and it's not working well for me, no, she's going to drag in everybody else and make everybody else look stupid just for her to feel better. Like, how stupid is this? I genuinely feel bad for this woman, because there must be some psychological, some mental health issues going on, that you have put yourself in this situation in your life to start believing this, or even to force yourself to believe this, because she said it herself. She refuses to believe that relationships can be good. She refuses to believe that these women are actually happy and fulfilled. She refuses to believe that these women chose to be in a relationship because they have great men, because they want that, because they care for their men and the men care for them as well. She chooses to believe that this is not possible. And that is just crazy. And then the other part of thinking that, oh, all these women have to do is to beg and plead towards their men to give them attention and to buy them flowers and to give them on Valentine's Day. Look, if anybody lied to you that that is what relationships are about, you are completely wrong. You're completely mistaken, because relationships are not about Valentine's gift. Relationships is about creating life with one another. Relationships are about sharing moments with each other, growing together. And also, a lot of people are in relationships because they want to engage in getting married and start a family. But obviously, she hasn't thought that far, because all she sees that men bring to the table is sleeping with you, complimenting you for your looks, and here and there buying you gifts. That's all she knows. There's nothing else that men do. They don't protect, they don't provide, they don't care for you. They're not there for you in need. And she just has no idea about relationships, but she's talking out of her, I'm sorry to say, talking out of her ass, going on the internet and spreading this narrative. It is mind-blowing. It's truly shocking, and it's painful to hear, and I really feel bad for her that this is the life she's living, and this is the mindset that she is choosing to have. It's incredible. So I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm really blown away by this. I would be curious to know what you think about this video. I'm going to add it in again so you can hear it before I finish, but I think I'm done. I'm going to say I wish you guys a great one. Enjoy, and I'm going to see you in the next. Bye.
I've never been in a relationship before, and the thing that just keeps me going is that I know deep down in my heart that no relationship with a man could ever be that great. Like, there's no way. I refuse to believe it. Because when you think about it, very few men have emotional intelligence. I'm sure there's at least one who does. I've never met them, but like maybe there's at least one. You know, I see all these women in seemingly happy relationships, but when I think about it, I'm like, since when are men thoughtful? Since when are they considerate? Since when do they acknowledge their privilege and position as a man in society and that affects the way that they see and treat the women in their lives? Like, since when do men do that? So, what do men actually have to offer to women besides calling them beautiful and having sex? Like, that helps me sleep at night. The fact that I know that nobody's relationship with a man is actually that great. Like, there are women who are probably gonna have to remind their boyfriends that it's Valentine's Day. How sad is that? And beg to be gifted flowers. How sad is that? At least you have a boyfriend, right?